Yo, boy, everything good? Your people, welcome to another versions of Rastaman Lit. This one called Women Go Where the Money. But before I go into that, let's go and kick a little acapella. Woman, you got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with the plan, let me unwrap the pools from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. Baby, you got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with the plan, let me unwrap the pools from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. My words don't pause, they pause. Have you thinking me undress you with my claws? I'm the one controlling the moon and the stars and the sun. I don't mind. Splurge few dollars for the fun. Miami Beach, show off your bun. Snap through picture of your nice ton. I don't want your Instagram, I want your number, so we can discuss how I thunder. You got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with the plan, let me unwrap the pools from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. Baby, you got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with the plan, let me unwrap the pools from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. Hi, hello, hun. You don't seem like the type that I hit and run. Life with a ooh and a ah and a come. To me, life is over and done, baby. I juvenate, I don't fade away. I'm the moment in your life you want to stay. I hope you don't vibe like the Jamaican and imitation clan that vibe and other people plan, baby. You got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with the plan, let me unwrap the post from the back. Keep you on the happy side, not mad, baby. You got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with the plan, let me unwrap the post from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. These words I say unlock your thoughts of fantasy. Woman, I like you from your A to your Z. You know, your hips say me, your thighs say me. Everything about you say me. You got a nice touch, wow. You got a nice touch, wow. Let me in right now. Cause I wanna show you how you got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with your plan, let me unwrap the pools from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. Baby, you got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with your plan, let me unwrap the pools from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. Baby, you got a nice touch, grab. I'm thinking about zigzaggy with a jab. Work with the plan, let me unwrap the pools from the bag. Keep you on the happy side, not mad. Yo, everything good? Now, people, now let's go into this now. Woman, go where the money flow and stick where the money flow. You got some female that do not know how to build. They just know how to take. You understand? They don't know how to build from scratch to have. So they might meet a man, and when the man, have his thing flowing, understand? She just want to take and run and go to another one. But if the money is flowing, you don't take and run. You want to be a part of how the money build. Understand? And when you have a man giving you money, you don't take the money and splurge it on buying other things like that. Because you do not know if you're going to do it tomorrow. You take the money and figure out how you're going to build it. So if the man give you $100, 300, 5 grand, 100 grand, 3 grand, 3 million, zillion, no matter how much money the man give you, think about how you could flip that money and so you could have money. Understand? So for example, you want to hear done, right? And a man give you, I'm talking about the ghetto ones, and he give you a $300 or $400. Don't just take the whole money and just splurge it like that. Think how you're gonna save it and how you're gonna do what you can do to make that another 300 from it. Think about flipping it. But when you're gonna talk about flipping it or flipping it, don't put it in someone's hand to flip it. Instead, you flip it on your own. Figure out how you can flip a $300 or a 4 or a 5. If you give you 100,000, you could go real estate and other things. You understand? But you have to just think how to flip the money. So if money is bubbling, you don't be the one who do those cuddling and running. If you cuddle, you want to build another level, on another level, on another level. So don't be a stupid devil or a stupid angel or a stupid woman. You got to think how to use your mind. If the money flowing, you got to figure out how to make your flow. But you don't want to go into where the money flow. You want to take from where the money flowing and do something with it. But you got to play your cards right. Because a lot of you female, you might have the booty, you might have the face, you got the potential, you got the looks. But remember now, you meet a man with money, you got to realize that that man, you meet many girls like you already with the same behavior. You understand? That talk like they want it, and then he tap it and he run it. You don't want to do that. You understand? You got to figure out, how you're going to get yours in your pocket and how you're going to keep it. You understand? Because we're living in a cold world. You understand? Very cold world. And not everyone think alike, and not everyone see the world the same. Understand? So when you into a way of hunting for money, or a man with money, you have to know the level of where you want to go with the money and what levels you got to do. Because so some of you girls pretty, and you like Kanye said, man, y'all do the ugliest things, but you don't have nothing to show from it. You understand that? So when the money is flowing, you got to figure out how you're going to build and how you're going to get yourself in. So you got gangs flowing money, you want to be in it, and then you're going to get used and abused. And then they got corporation flowing money, you're going to do this and you're going to do any flowing money. And you girls that are doing stripping now, and the porn ones, and all of them private girls that are doing their things on the streets, and the police trying to harass you, and y'all doing your business and selling yourself. Listen, at one point, I was against it, man, but when I checked the beginner time of what you call it, sex trading and pornographic, I realized that it was a part of the human race. That's how human race do their body, and it's been around for the longest time. If you're going into business where you do those things and selling yourself, you got to think about time to come. I told you about time to come. What you're going to do with the money, because if you're stripping in the club, after a while your ass going to get old and wrinkled. You can't be, nobody don't want to see no old and wrinkled booty after a while. So while you're shaking and get that dollar, you'll figure out how you could invest small. Understand? Figure out how you're going to invest small. Figure out how you're going to invest small and put a look here and there and there. Understand? You got to find things to make your money grow. You understand? That's how you do it. And if you're stripping and you go to college, you know what I'm saying, after you come out of college, not that you do that, they won't hire you. You might as well you open up your own giant, figure out how to get that, but you got to start from scratch and build. You understand? Don't go where the money flow and try to destroy it, and don't go where the money flow when you get some of the money, you go waste it. You got to stay with it. But don't be the bring down one, be the uplifting one. Don't be the one who just open up for everything. Be the one who analyze and check first. And saying you got to be about your business. What you got to do, be about your business. Understand? No matter what is coming, be about your business. If you see a guy you like and look cute and everything, you're a woman, be about your business. If a guy come up, pull up to you on a car and he look nice and everything, like he got things popping and shit going on for him, you be about your business. If you invite to a movie theater, be about your business. If you invite to a party, be about your business. And how you be about your business, you're checking the situation. Check the levels that you're going to get yourself into, because you repeat it before. You repeat, I love you, baby, I like you, baby. Some of you do wedding, ringing, married, divorce, have children, locked up, child support, and all that. You just keep repeating the same thing, and you're not elevating. You got to think about elevating where the money is flowing. If you're working a check, you got to make sure you have the potential mindset to be patiently, to build slow, and to get the level that you're supposed to get. Understand? So even if you're working 5 years, right, and you didn't have no money saved up, you got to think about 401ks and all the other things. But there's other things you can search for. This is why we are into a level of internet and other things that you could invest into, and see the bank and see a broker and all those things you could do. You understand? Don't just be working where the money flowing, and then you're not building nothing from it. Because when I say go where the money flow, you got a good job. That's where the money flow. You do not make no one get you upset or pick on you in a certain form of way to make you get pissed off. You get fired. You could see the games. You're making a good money. Maybe boss saying something stupid, some employee doing something stupid for you to get pissed off, to get fired. That's where the money flowing. So you're going to expect problem where the money flowing. So what you're going to do, you're going to tackle where the money flowing at. You understand? And how you do it is by the rules of the company, by the rules of the state, and by the rules of the country. If your rights being violated, you put it on a piece of paper or set up a camera, or either sue the company or just talk to the manager them before you do that, or talk to the CEO them before you do that. Because many companies where the money is flowing and people collecting big check, they have like in their what they call it, in the lunchroom numbers where you could call. Understand? You could call the CEOs and then an administration office and write them emails. Understand? You do that before you take any action. Understand? Because some company will attack you. So you got to use your mindset where the money flowing. If some trouble there is, you have to use up your mind to keep your dollars flowing. And so you know wherever good money is flowing, there's someone always there trying to push you out. They try to pick fight, and they do insult. They might leave things on your desk, notes, something to piss you off. You understand? But if you're smart, you realize that you have to do the money flow keeper. You know, you got to just play the game by the rules and crush them nicely. You understand? And where the money flowing, and you don't play around. And never disrespect your boss or disrespect the one that hold it. Never mock. If every other person running mocking the person that making it happening, you do not mock. It might be a game that's set to mess you up. Understand? And if you into a place where it's a working environment and the money flowing big, you have to use your mind in a certain form of way where if something is occurring and you see it's happening, you don't be the informer of the company. You don't do that. You stay out of it. You understand? You wait till it bursts out. You just don't get into it. Wherever money flowing big, understand? You make it. You know that's what pay your bills. You don't do nothing stupid to mess that up. You know, you don't go hang out many nights and then you have to go. You know, when I say many nights hanging out late, and then you have to wake up in the morning and rush to work, and then you suddenly get right up and fire. You're not about keeping where the money flow. Where the money flow, you gotta stick to where the money flow, and control it and protect it and make sure so you have, you know, more on it. You understand? So make sure you use your mind and don't be a stupid woman and don't be a wasty. You understand? Don't be a wasty. Delisi. You understand? You just gotta stay focused. You understand? Don't be a delisi in a nothing. Just stay focused and stick to where the money flow. If you're in the group, you know, stick to where the money flow. If something pushing you out, figure out how to deal it so you keep that money flow. But where anything ain't happening and no money ain't flowing, do not go there. Somebody tell me, say, where idle hand is where the devil play. Idle hand is devil grounds. Idle hand is the devil playground. Understand? So wherever you hanging out at and no dollars ain't flowing, you notice it just be bad things and your troubles and you know what I'm saying? You have to check the circle you're in. For example, if you have 20 or 20 or you are 3 or 5, you gotta check your circle. Like no money ain't flowing from us. We just yapping there, but what are we making? I know you. But what are we making? We're not rich, we're not powerful. But if you're rich and powerful, that's different. Understand? But if you got a job and all that, that's just different. Because when people with job don't work together, you know, they just work and rely on their job. Or if you get good together, y'all could build something together quietly. It's many things y'all could do together as people and still keep your job. Understand? And if you have money and you're making money and you see a light to leave your job, don't leave your job yet. That's the next thing about ladies sticking to where the money flow. You have to make sure that the business is making money for itself before you leave the job. You understand? These are some of the things that you need to know. Because remember, many businesses open in every year, and about 1 or 2, 3% of them stay open. 100% of them are open, but about 2 or 3 open because they do not have the money to flow. Because some of them put in the business into a location where there's no customers. They put in the wrong business in the wrong area, and there's no flow there. There's no walking. Some of them relies on driving to driving. Understand? But you got to know what business to put there to make sure that when the driver comes on walk food, and you got to check the area. And this is why a lot of them get locked down. Understand? So you have to always check your circle if money is flowing in there. If no money is flowing there, you got to think about how to make money flow. If you are putting something together, that's different, like far as musicians and dance groups and all the other things that you guys do. You understand? That's different. You know, you're going to take time to get the fans in and do all of that. But you got to make sure you think about the flowing and see where it's flowing and how. If it's not flowing, you got to think how to make it flow. This is where books comes in and audience comes in and videos like this comes in, enlighten you a little bit and to get yourself going. And when money flowing, you got to make sure you protect your family. This is for the ladies, women. Women stick to where the money flow. You got to protect your family, protect your surrounding, protect yourself, and some respect for yourself. You understand? That's all I need to do. You know, give me a hug. Come. You got a nice touch, yeah, peace, yeah.